Before the awards, before the standing ovations, before the history-making titles, there was simply a girl from Chicago with a voice too powerful to be ignored. Jennifer Hudson's journey did not begin on a red carpet. It began in church pews. It began in choir rehearsals. It began in small rooms filled with faith, family, and music. Long before the world learned her name, she was a young girl singing with conviction far beyond her years. In those early days, music was not about fame. It was about expression. It was about survival. It was about connection to life, to love, to belief. Even then, she carried herself with presence, confidence, height, literally and figuratively. At 5'10" without heels, she had the stature of a model. But more than that, she had the posture of someone who knew she was destined for something greater. She did not shrink herself. She did not enter spaces quietly, not because she demanded attention, but because her voice naturally commanded it. In 2004, she stepped into the squaddles. She stepped into the squaddle. Like the scanner app, and it's like, you're gonna die. Like, look at this. And we all know, I've been exploring. And we try Chensa squaddle. And we all know, I've been exploring that path. Not because she demanded attention, but because her voice might have told Shenza, I try to see she. So, we stepped up. I call us at sit. We send me a sick tally to a scortive. KY6. Ki I K to sick kakui that we to ka K to like kasi kasai with the sick kaku to see see to with the go to see you to sai you to see you to so can you to see we got to be guy to the guy of the guy kasakat to get I did with sky for shy you to get take key to with I take look at it with audition room of American Idol. She did not have industry backing. She did not come with celebrity endorsements. She wasn't groomed for television. What she carried into that room was something far more powerful: belief. And when she opened her mouth to sing, everything shifted. Her voice was not just strong, it was layered. It carried emotion, depth, and life experience. She didn't simply sing lyrics, she lived them. Each note felt honest. Each performance felt personal. Week after week, she delivered powerhouse vocals that left judges impressed and audiences captivated. It seemed inevitable that she would win, but then the unexpected happened. Jennifer Hudson was eliminated in the top 7. Shockwaves rippled. Across the country, viewers were stunned. Critics questioned the decision. Even today, her elimination remains one of the most controversial moments in reality television history. How could a voice like that be sent home? But what looked like defeat was actually redirection. Jennifer later reflected that American Idol was never meant to be her destination. It was only her introduction. Was the doorway, not the dream. Some artists peak early and fade into memory. Jennifer Hudson did not. That elimination did not break her spirit. It strengthened it. It taught her patience. It taught her endurance. It taught her that rejection does not cancel destiny. 2 years later, destiny arrived. In 2006, Jennifer was cast as Effie White in the film adaptation of the Broadway musical Dreamgirls. It was a bold and risky move by Hollywood. This was still relatively unknown outside of Idol. And now she would share the screen with global superstars Beyoncé, Jamie Foxx, Eddie Murphy. The pressure was enormous. But when filming began, something extraordinary happened. Jennifer Hudson did not simply portray Effie White. She became her. Effie was ambitious, vulnerable, proud, heartbroken, overlooked. She was a woman fighting to be seen, to be heard, to be valued. It required emotional depth and vocal mastery. It required someone who understood disappointment. Jennifer understood, and when she performed, and I am telling you, I'm not going, it was more than a musical number. It was a declaration. It felt as though she was releasing every moment. She had been underestimated. Every closed door. Every doubt cast upon her. The performance was explosive, raw, unforgettable. Audiences were moved to tears. Critics were speechless. And when awards season arrived, the outcome felt inevitable. Jennifer Hudson won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Pause and absorb that just a few years earlier, she had been voted off a singing competition. Now she stood on the Oscar stage holding one of the highest honors in film. That Oscar was more than a trophy. It was validation. It was proof that setbacks can be setups, that rejection can be redirection, that sometimes the no you receive is only guiding you toward a greater yes. She was no longer just a singer trying to act. She was an actress. But life has a way of testing even the strongest spirits. In 2008, at the height of her rising career, tragedy struck. Jennifer's mother, brother, and young nephew were taken from her in a devastating act of violence that shocked the nation. In an instant, the awards meant nothing. The fame meant nothing. The applause meant nothing. She stepped away from the spotlight. There were no dramatic press tours, no rushed comeback, no public spectacle. She chose healing over headlines, family over fame, silence over noise. The world waited quietly, uncertain if or when she would return. And when she did, it was not loud. It was powerful. Her first major return to the public stage came with a breathtaking rendition of the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Millions watched. But this time, her voice carried something different. It carried survival. There was a new depth in her tone shaped by grief, a maturity forged in pain. She was no longer singing from ambition alone. She was singing from lived experience. Pain had not silenced her, it had refined her. That same year, she released her debut album, Jennifer Hudson. The project showcased her ability to blend soul, gospel, R&B, and pop into a timeless sound. Her voice was not trendy, it was eternal. The album earned her a Grammy Award for Best R&B Album, but more importantly, solidified her as a serious recording artist. She was not surviving off Oscar momentum. She was building something multi-dimensional, something lasting. Her performances became known for their emotional intensity. Whether honoring Whitney Houston, paying tribute to Aretha Franklin, or standing on global stages during historic moments, she sang with reverence and discipline. Every note felt earned. Nothing felt accidental, and her journey was far from complete. True, greatness is not defined only by success. It is revealed by endurance. Jennifer Hudson continued to expand her artistry. She returned to Broadway. She accepted new acting roles. She explored fresh musical projects. But in 2022, she achieved something few artists in history ever accomplish. She won a Tony Award as a producer for the Broadway musical A Strange Loop. This victory was different. It wasn't about her voice, it wasn't about her acting, it was about vision. By stepping into the role of producer, Jennifer demonstrated that she was not content with simply performing within the industry. She wanted to shape it, to elevate it, to create opportunities for new voices. Her Tony represented leadership. Then came another historic milestone, her Emmy win as an executive producer for the animated short film Baba Yaga. With that victory, Jennifer Hudson officially became an EGOT winner, one of the rare artists to earn an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. The entertainment world erupted in celebration. But behind her gracious smile were years of relentless discipline, faith, persistence, and work. Nothing about her journey was accidental. Every award was earned. Every triumph was fought for. Her EGOT was not just a personal achievement. It felt like justice. From 7th place on American Idol to standing among the most decorated artists in history, her journey had come full circle. And still, she continued. Jennifer stepped into daytime television with The Jennifer Hudson Show. In this new space, she revealed yet another dimension of herself. Connection, her warmth feels genuine. Her laughter is free. Her curiosity is sincere. She does not simply interview guests, she listens. Whether speaking to global celebrities or everyday heroes, she creates space for authenticity. The same emotional truth that defines her singing now defines her conversations. But beyond entertainment, Jennifer has devoted herself to impact. In honor of her late family members, she established the Julian D. King Gift Foundation. Through this foundation, she supports children, families, and communities in need, providing education, resources, holiday assistance, and empowerment programs. She transformed grief into generosity. Pain became purpose. That is true greatness. Because greatness is not measured only by what you achieve, but by what you give. Jennifer Hudson represents possibility. She represents resilience. She represents transformation. She is proof that failure is not final, that detours can lead to greater destinations, that sometimes the greatest victories come after the deepest losses. Young girls watching her story see hope. They see someone who did not fit a traditional mold yet reshaped the industry anyway. Someone who was told no and responded with, "Watch me." Her life reads like a symphony, crescendos of triumph, pauses of heartbreak, harmonies of resilience. From Chicago church choirs to Hollywood's brightest stages, from rejection to redemption, from grief to glory, Jennifer Hudson has turned every obstacle into momentum. She is not defined by the night she was eliminated. She is defined by every time she rose afterward. In a world obsessed with overnight success, her story reminds us that true success is layered, built step by step. Note by note, she did not simply climb the ladder of fame. She rebuilt it, stronger, higher, unshakable. Jennifer Hudson is more than an EGOT winner. She is the sound of perseverance. She is the voice of resilience. She is living proof that destiny cannot be canceled by disappointment. And her story is still unfolding, okay? The music is still playing. The voice is stronger than ever, okay? Because legends are not defined by where they begin. They are defined by how they continue. And Jennifer Hudson is still continuing.